previous session, previous topic, whatever we have discussed. Let me share my screen. Okay, yesterday we have discussed about frames, handling of frames. We have discussed alerts and pop-up and the screenshot. Okay. Today we will be discussing about handling of multiple windows. Let me check the application first. Okay, right. So now we can see here the application it's some random application. Okay, there we have a link. Okay, a reference link. So when I click the reference link, we have a new window, which means that we have an additional window. Okay, so we have a new tab. So because why we have been getting a new tab? It is because of we have interacted with the element of external link. So this external link, what multiple window means, we can able to interact any windows, any single window or multiple window which we have opened in the browser. That is the concept. So as so far we have seen that always driver will be interacting only with the parent window. So now what we will be doing, we will be moving into the child window. From the child window, we will be interacting with sub element. So how? Normally we cannot able to interact. Okay, so we need to use some similar method what we have done so far. By using that, we can able to switch over. Okay, let me create that. Give me a minute. So I'm just opening the application. Right, the top. Okay. Opening the application, maximizing the window. Then driver dot find element by dot. Okay. I will not going with export. I'll be using some partial link. So what is the link name here? It is a orhrm.inc. So I will be giving us a orange. Orange. And I'm clicking this. So once I have clicked, what will happen? I will get the new window, correct? I will get the new window. So here we need to tell to the driver to interact with the child window once it is opened. So how we can say? So here we having a concept called location ID. Okay. Here we have a concept called location ID. That location ID is a unique ID for. Okay, it is very, very important. Location ID is unique ID for each window. Each window. For example, this window having some unique ID. This window having some unique ID. If we have additional pages, all the pages we have a unique ID. This this ID is created in the runtime only. The runtime only. We cannot able to get it from the 1 minute class. So the location ID is a unique for each window, and that unique ID is creating only in the runtime, and we cannot able to get it from the inspect page because it is creating in the runtime. For each run, the ID will be new. So we cannot use that ID, use the same or previous ID for the sequential run or future runs. Okay, so these are important points when we are using the location ID. Okay. For each run, it will be creating new, which means that here the IDs are dynamic. Here the IDs are dynamic, not static. That is very, very important. So always when you are doing a program, we have to create the development in dynamic way, not static way. Okay, static way, it will impact the program and we can able to run either 1 or 2 runs. Okay, the program will not work for all the runs. Okay, fine. So how we will get the location ID? How we will get the location? Because only using the location ID, we can able to interact with the respective browser. Sorry, not browser, respective tab, or we can say it is a window, browser window. Okay, so there is a method called, we have a two methods. We have a two methods. One is a driver dot current window handle. Okay, current window handle. Then the other method is a driver dot window handles. Okay, the current window handles is supposed to use only for, it is used to say, it is a property. Okay, we cannot able to use method call. It is used to interact or get the location ID for single window. That is where the driver is located, we will get the ID. Okay, we will get the respective ID. Okay, this current window handle will not return all the IDs. Okay, if we are interacting with the multiple windows, then we can use a window handle. It will return the location ID for all the windows. For all the windows. So this is also a property. See, it is returning a list of string value, and this current window handle will be returning a string value. Okay, only return a string value. Let's see some example. So what I will be doing, I have opened the application, maximize the application. After clicking, what will happen? We will get a new window here, right? So I'm trying to get the location ID. First, what I will be doing, I will be using the current window handle to get the ID. So the expectation is I need the multiple IDs, because after clicking the link, what will happen? There will be two pages. One page is for parent and another one page is for the child. So I needed to wait. Print, or I can say, okay, it's a property, right? So current window, driver dot current window handle, right? Current. Okay. So it is supposed to, it will be returning only one ID. I mean, sorry, it is returning only the string. So we are expecting the current window handle. The name itself we can recognize that it is only returning the ID for current window where the driver is interacting. Okay. Let me run the program. Let me check everything is looking good before running. Okay, fine. Okay. So open, looks like the hyperlink is not interacted. I think I got exception. I'm closing this window. Yes, we got the exception where for let me check one more time. For ANG. For ANG. Correct. It's looking like something. The synchronizing is not happened properly. So what I will be doing after maximizing the window, I'm creating the implicit wait. Implicit wait for I can give 5 seconds. So looks like it is not taking much time. So I'm giving a 5 seconds. Let me run one more time. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like a synchronizing issue. Okay. After using the implicit wait, I can able to open the two windows successfully. I can able to click this orange ketchup. Okay. Let me see the ID. I'm printing that ID over in my terminal. See, so this is the ID. So this current window handle is returning string, right? It is returning only one value, only one value. So it is a unique ID. Okay. So this window we have one ID, and this parent child window having another ID. Okay. If I close this. So if I am running one more time, what will happen? It is creating in the runtime only. We cannot able to get it from the inspect page. So due to that, what will happen in the each run we will be getting the new ID. So this is the first run I am getting this ID. If I'm running now, I will get the different ID. So which means that each run it is generating a new ID. We cannot able to use this ID for the future runs. Okay. For example, I'm running one more time. Let's see how what will be the ID now. See how long it is taking get the response from the server. Okay, I'm closing this. See now we have new ID. This ID is not matching with this ID, correct? So always remember that the IDs are unique and it will be creating in the runtime. Each run the ID will be varying. In the single run, in the same run, okay, before closing the application, in the same run, we can use this ID for in anywhere in the program in order to interact with the respective browsers. Okay, that won't be matter. But when the program is completed or when the window is getting closed, again, if we are trying to interact, then these IDs are not, the old IDs are not useful. We need to generate the new ID. Okay, so current window handle will be returning only one ID, even though if multiple window is created or opened. Now I will be going with the multiple window. It's looking like current. It is not a current window. What is what did I miss that? Window handles. Window handles. Print multiple windows. Window ID. Okay, that makes sense. That to the window. Okay, let me run this time. See, we will be getting a multiple IDs. We are not interacting anything over here. A list of IDs because this window handles is returning a list of string, right? So due to that, we are getting a list of string values. So this is for the parent and this is for the child. By using this, we can able to interact the multiple windows. How we can do that? Again, if it is a list of string, then obviously we need to loop it. Okay, using only the looping concept, we can able to interact. So what I will be doing, current window handles. I'm going to for window ID in multiple window ID. So I am writing the list of string. Now I have the each window. In the each window, I need to identify the unique value. Unique value means I want to tell to the driver. I want to tell to the driver window ID. What will be coming here? Here we will be getting the respective window ID. So I want to identify, for example, I having a 3 to 4 pages. So I want to
Ram sir. Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Can we go to the ID section once? How will we know which one is the parent and which one is the child?
So what is the return type here, Deepak?
No, like how will we know which one is the parent and which one is the child window?
Yeah, that is why I'm trying to explain what it is returning. What is the return type here?
Okay.
No, I'm asking you, what is the return type here?
What is the return?
Return type.
String.
Not a string.
It's a list of string.
It is a list of string. If it is a list of string, how the value is getting stored in the list? What is the
So
concept?
the first will be the parent and then the child.
That correct, Baba. So I'm asking that how normally the list store the values, where it will be getting stored, in which place. It
I
is
do not understand your question.
so okay. If you have a list, okay, what
Okay.
you will be telling for this and what you will be telling for this.
Like these are list values
Okay, I want to interact with single element from the list. How you will be interact?
by using for loop.
Without for loop, I want to for loop will used to interact all the values, but I want to interact only one value. How?
We can do it by this one also string. The values will be stored like from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3 like that in the list values.
What is that concept? What is mean that?
Like it's indexing.
That is what. So here everything is stored in the index. When we are coming into the list, all the values stored in the index position. Either we can use a slicing concept or we have still the index position. So this is a zeroth index and this is a first index. So obviously how the value will be getting stored, which window is opened first in the browser, that ID will be storing in the first position, and the further opening the window will be storing in the upcoming index position.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we can see over in the for loop. Okay, so according to this, according to the for loop, we will be getting to know that which value is which ID is coming first, which ID is coming next. Okay, fine. Here we are iterating the multiple windows. Now what will happen? We have the list of string values over here. Correct. In the first iteration, what will happen? The first index window ID will be coming here. So by using that, I can able to identify the window, the specific browser window. How to identify the specific window here? Okay, give me a minute. So in the previous concept, in the frames and alerts, we have seen that when we are interacting with other than parent window, what is the concept we have used? Anyone? So in the yesterday we have seen, right? We have used the concept called switch to. By using the switch to concept, we are telling to the driver to interact from the parent to the respective window. Either it is a frames or alerts. Similarly, what we will be doing here, the same here, because currently the driver is located in the parent window. So what I will be doing, I will be using the switch to method in order to interact with the respective parent window. So what I will be doing, driver dot switch to dot window. Which window? We need to provide the window name. That is a window ID. So window ID will be coming here as a window ID. The respective window ID. In the first iteration, we will be getting the parent ID. In the sequential loop, we will be getting the all the parent ID. It will be coming here. Imagine that. In the first iteration, we are in the it will be switching over into the parent. But anyhow, we are there as a default, right? So it won't switch. It will be by default over there only. In the next flow, what will happen? We are switching the driver from parent ID to the next run. What will happen? We will be getting the next ID. Next ID though. So what we are telling to the driver, we are switching from the parent to the respective window ID. Okay, so respective window. Anyhow, we have moved. We have switched the driver to the respective window ID. But once we moved here, we need a confirmation. Okay, because we want to validate. For example, here we have a 5 windows. I want to only to interact with a specific window. So how I can say that, or how I can confirm that in which page I am, in which page I want to interact. Okay, to be more specific, for example, this is my child window. What I will be doing, I want to, once this page, the new window, that is a child window, is created or opened, I want to click this pricing. I want to click this pricing button. Okay, so for that, what I need to do, once I move to this page, I want to fetch this value. So inspect, it is a pricing, right? I can go with again pricing. Okay. I can go with the again partially. It is something like a okay, anchor only. Fine. So let me, what I will do, I want to interact with the driver dot find element by dot partial link text comma. What is the name here? Pricing. Pricing. CING dot pick. CING. Okay. So here we have a mistake. Okay. In Selenium, okay, whenever you are interacting or whenever you are creating the specific element in order to interact, we should be more specific. Okay, otherwise we will get the exception. Okay, the way of creation should be matter here. Okay, well, so what we are here doing here, we are trying to interact with the second page. Okay, we are interacting with the second page. That's a child page, but this is a loop. What is meant by loop? In the loop, all the pages will be in the iteration. So in the first iteration, we will be getting we are switching into the parent window. Now what will happen? In the same parent window, it will be checking for the pricing. What will happen? This element, it will be checking over here in this page, but that is not present here, right? That is not present. It is present over in the only in the child page. So we will get the exception. We want to be more careful when we are generating or interacting with the specific element. So here what we supposed to do, we need to do some validation. We need to do some validation. Which page we are currently. Okay. So here we need to create the condition. We want to be validate something specifically. What validation we need to do in order to driver to identify the specific page. Okay, what we need to do. So in the first iteration, it should not come here, which means that in the first page, it should not, the driver should not, the interpreter should not come here. So we need to create some if condition. Either we can go with the URL. Okay, when there is an option called driver dot URL, current URL. The current URL should be this URL. Okay. we can validate with this URL. When this URL is matching, okay, we can confirm that it's looking like something is not correct. Okay, it can change to something, give a minute. Okay, so this URL is something different and this URL is something different, correct? Based upon that URL, we can validate, or what we can do, we can validate based upon the title. Title will be more unique way, because all the pages title will not be same. Okay, this page is something is for login, so that they have given us orange HRM. Here something is related to HRM, so they have created the human resource management software. Some the title they have provided. So what we supposed to do here, this is one of the way, or we can go with the title as well. Okay, we can go with the title as well. If driver.title equal to, it is a title which is in the header part, right? So we can go inspect and we can validate the title over in the header part. Give a minute, it is loading, getting stuck. Okay, it is in the header part. In the header, we can identify the title. Here it is the title. Okay, title. So I'm copying this title. Now I am pasting this. So now here we are more specified. Okay, only I want to interact when there is a second window. Okay, the second window. In the driver name, it is here is a orange HRM software. Fine. I'm checking. Once the title is matched, I'm trying to click the respective element. So now what we have done? So we are switching into the respective window. In the first iteration, we are in the first window. At that time, what will happen? This condition won't meet, right? The title is different. It won't meet. So it will be coming. It will going for the next iteration. Next iteration, this ID will be coming here. Now what will happen? In that ID, we are switching into that page. In that page, we have this respective title. Then it is the condition is getting true. Then the interpreter coming inside and it will be trying to click the respective element. Okay, so this is the expectation. This is the logical way we can interact with the multiple windows. Okay, Deepak, you got it?
Yeah, yes, I understood.
Yeah, thank you. Let me run the program. We'll see. Is opening into the new page, and the expectation is to be click the pricing. Yeah, it is clicking the respective element because it is validating correctly. So due to that, it is working as expected. Okay, so this is how we need to interact with the respective windows. Even though if we having a multiple windows, the main thing is we need to identify the window ID first. Okay, then we need to switch over to the window ID. Then we can interact with the respective title or any element for the respective page. We want to tell to the driver the variation. Okay, there is some unique will be there for this page and there will be something unique for this page. Okay, for example, if there is no unique, okay, even though sometime what will happen, the URL will be the same and title will be the same. Then what we can do? We can go with index. We can go with the index. How we can go with the index? There is an option called enumerate. There is an option called enumerate method. What this enumerate? This is providing by Python, not by Selenium. What this enumerate method will do? It will return the count. Okay, it will return the count. So we have only two values, right? So what will happen? It will be saying that it is 0 and it will be 1. This 0 and 1 count will be coming here and this ID will be coming here. So based on that, what we can say, if count equal to 1, then we will be interacting. This is not recommended. Okay, this approach is not recommended because here we are not validating anything over in the browser. This is a worst case. If there is no unique value to differentiate the parent window and the child window, then we can go with this. Okay, there is no way. Until otherwise, we should to interact with the respective page. Now, we need to fetch or identify any unique values or character from the window, then we need to create the validation according to that. Any doubt? Okay. Let me move on to the next topic. Checkbox. Okay, checkbox. Checkbox is one of the simple approach. Okay, we can able to interact with the respective element. Just closing this manually. This application name. Just box. It is also one of the demo page here. We have a checkboxes. So checkboxes is something different from the radio button. Okay, the nature of it is working, something is different. Checkboxes we can able to select multiple. Okay, at the same time. But radio button is we can able to select only one value. You can see checkboxes first. We have some inbuilt methods. That inbuilt methods make checkboxes more easy and efficient to interact. It. Opening the application. Okay. Here we have a two conditional comments. We have a two conditional comments. What are the conditional comments we have? Conditional comments are is displayed. Is displayed is one of the conditional comments. Then is enabled. Is enabled is one of the condition comments. Is selected. Is selected is one of the conditional. These three comments we can use for the checkboxes. Displayed or enabled. Okay. More specifically, this is selected is only for the checkbox. Okay. Other than that, these two methods are common method. We can use it in anywhere. Okay. Anywhere to validate something. Here we need to understand the difference. Is displayed is something is we can validate whether the element is displayed in the UI or not. Okay. So what will happen sometime? In the inspect page, there will be the element. There will be the element, but that element, sometime what will happen? It may not display over in the web page, or we can say it is a UI, or For example, sometimes we will have some pop-up. For example, if I'm clicking this button, it is for imagine. Okay, I'm saying if I'm clicking this button, what will happen? It is coming some pop-up. Some pop-up is coming for fraction of second. And after the second, it is closing the pop-up. Okay, for example, we may encounter with some scenario in some application. Okay, for example, when we are filling out some forms, okay, when we are filling out some forms, after submitting that application, we will get the some pop-up message. You have submitted the application correctly. We will get some pop-up in that page. It will show you have submitted correctly. If we may miss any mandatory steps, it will show some error message also. You have not selected mandatory options. Like this, we will get some pop-up and it will hide in the same time it will hide. Okay, it won't show that that options are happening in the runtime. That elements are only present in the runtime that we cannot able to see over here in the inspect page. that are called hidden alerts. Okay. In that scenario, we can use is display method. Okay. So when we are doing automation, after clicking this button, if the alert is coming, what we can do, we can validate whether the alert is displayed or not. Okay. So you can see here, all these three methods are considering as a conditional commands. Okay. Conditional commands. And you can see all the methods are started with is. Started with is. Give me a minute. What is meant by is? In Python, is means it is a identity operator. Okay. Yes is one of the identity operator. What it will do? It will validate something and it will return the Boolean character. It will return the Boolean character. The same concept is applying here. Okay, but it is not something checking the identity here, but it will return the Boolean character. All the three methods returning only either true or false. If the element is displayed in the UI, it will return a true. If it is not displayed, it will return as a false. Similarly, is enabled. Is enabled is something but something like we have the element over in the UI. Okay, we have the element over in the UI, but sometimes it may not enabled. It maybe looks like a disabled. For example, see here, we have an element. We have a checkbox and we have an element. These elements are looking like a disabled. We cannot able to interact with that. Let me show you this. See here, what they have given as a checkbox is disabled. Okay, checkbox is disabled. But the same thing we cannot able to see with the other checkboxes. For example, if I want to interact with the two. So here we have a class, it is stating that form field set. And we have a respective stating a checkbox and its type light. But here what is happening? Here checkbox first light and it is stating that it is disabled. If any element is disabled, we cannot able to interact. We cannot able to interact with the respective element. Okay. So what will happen? This is enabled method will identify that whether the element is disabled or enabled. If it is enabled, it will return a true. Otherwise, it will return false. Okay. Or false. Similarly, is selected. Is selected is only more specific for checkbox. Okay, it is only more specific for checkbox. What it will do, it will identify the checkbox. Okay. It will identify the checkbox. Is the checkbox is selected or not? See this checkbox. This checkbox is not selected, but this checkbox is selected. So what is selected method will do? If the checkbox is selected, it will return a true. If it is not selected, it will return a false. Okay. So how it is getting varied? So checkbox element. Checkbox. Here it is, they have created something is not correctly. See here, they have created a checkbox as checkbox checked, checkbox checked. But here it is not like that. They have not provided that checked. So based upon this class value, the is selected method will identify that whether it is selected or not. Okay. Looks like this, the whatever they have created is something is not correct. Okay. This everything is confusing here. See here, see, whenever you have to we note these all the things. Okay, even though which is not related to the Selenium automation, because that makes you create the program very easily. Okay, see here, this is a field set for first checkbox. How they have created it is a field set class form field set, and they have a span. They have a span, and again they have a div. Okay, in this div, they have a specific program about the checkbox and its markup. But coming to the next field set, here we don't have the span. Here we have the span. Here we don't have the span. Here directly they have given us a div. Then in the next field set, see, here we have a span. Here again we have a div. So each field set is creating in different way. Okay, so we need to be more careful and more. It will take some time here to in order to understand the way of creation. Okay, I will give this as an example for you, exercise for you. I will try to explain in some other application. Looks like it won't work properly. That is why I'm skipping here. Okay, it will work. We need to spend some time to create extract, because normally what will happen, this checkbox is directly linked with this element. This checkbox is directly linked with this element. This checkbox is directly linked with this element. That is expectation. That is a development. But here is something is not correct. This is separately declared. This is separately declared. In this case, we need to proceed and we need to be extract only the checkbox, all the checkbox separately, all the elements separately. We need to create the two separate iteration. Then we need to create a nested iteration. In order to that, we can able to do that. Okay. In this concept, it will take some time. So what I will do, I will go with some other checkbox. Sorry. Okay. So here also I have faced some challenges. Okay, previously I have discussed while discussing in the other classes. Here also we have checkboxes, right? These checkboxes are runtime checkboxes. When we are seeing manually, we can see here 4, but sometime what will happen? Only the 3 will be there in the runtime through automation. Here we need to be very more careful when we are uh, interacting with these checkboxes. See here it have a 6 checkbox, but in the runtime it may have a 3 or 2 or it may have a 7. Okay. What I will be doing, I will be giving something. Uh, some other checkboxes. Okay. What I will do, I don't want to waste the time. Okay, I will be going with this, opening this, opening the application. Then open the application. What I will be doing, I will be interacting with this element. Name. So it is a marker. Okay, it is some kind of a normal text. It is a label. Okay, label, and this is a checkbox. Checkbox is setting this. It is checked. Um, see, it is a field set for one span. It is classed. Checked. Because when we are interacting with the checkbox, we need to be more careful. Okay, see here you can see the checkbox is separate div tag. Okay, but the label is separate label tag. But everything on inside should be one field set. Okay, sometimes the normal the creation will be inside the div tag. We have this label. Okay, that is how the expectation is. Let's see. When we are interacting with the checkbox, we need to be more concentrate on only the checkbox. Here, see, when I am highlighting the checkbox, it is not highlighted only the checkbox. Other than that, there are some codes which are coming outside of the checkbox. It should not happen like this. Okay. Okay. So looks like this is the exact, but here also we have a some part of the checkbox is not selected properly in the top. Okay. So what I will be doing, with the selector, and I'll be taking the checkbox. Okay, checkbox. And check here. Driver dot find element I dot export. No. So this is a I'm creating an attribute, storing it in the checkbox one. Checkbox one. If checkbox one is selected. Oh, sorry. So checkbox one dot is selected. Okay, we have the method is selected. It's supposed to return true. Okay. If it is selected, so by default it is selected, right? So the my expectation is I want to unselect this. I want to unselect this. So which means that it will unselect this. So when I'm opening this application, okay, by default it is selected. So I want to unselect this. Let's try that. If it is selected, I want to unselect checkbox one, then click. Okay, so it will do the select. If the condition is not met, because I have some doubt over in the development, so I guess that maybe it not work. So what I will be doing, I'm creating some else conditions. Is not correct, or you can say the interaction element is not there. Opening the application, finding the checkbox. Then what I'm doing, I'm checking the is selected. If it is selected, it will return true. Then I'm clicking that. Let me see. I'm running this. I'm not maximized, right? Fine. See, still it is not unselected. Okay, but the program has completed. Let's see. So the interaction element is not correct. Even though, see, even though when I am, for example, I am taking this element, I'm checking manually. I'm checking this selector hub, manually selecting zero element. Did I miss anything? No, element. It's not showing. So it is finding one value. Okay, it is finding one value. Let me check over from the selector hub. See, it is highlighting, which means that the element is present, but looks like it is not working. So we need to be, that is why I'm saying here this element is not correct. What I will be doing, see what the how the development part will work means we have here, we have a div tag and it have a class. It have a div tag, it having a class. It have a div tag, it having a class, and it's some export. So this everything or belongs to this just one element, correct? But there is another program also combined with this program. What is a program here? That is a source. That is a JavaScript. The JavaScript is combined with this element. Okay. We need to understand, we need to identify which element they have combined over with this JavaScript. Okay, it is actually very hard. We cannot able to understand. Okay, we cannot able to debug in depth like this. Okay, that element only we can able to use for the automation. Otherwise, it won't work. That is a challengeable role. Sometimes we will be facing these kind of a challenges. Okay, whatever the element we are trying to interact, that element should be combined in the backend of the JavaScript. Only that element we can able to use for the automation. Okay, so whatever we have seen in the automation, right? These all the elements are combined in the JavaScript. That is why it is working correctly. Okay, it looks like this element is not combined over there. So we need to identify which element. See from this field set, right? In this field set, any one element may be interacted with the JavaScript. Okay, looks like, see here it is stating that checkbox is checked. Okay, but here it is not only selected the checkbox. Other than that, it have selected all the other the locations. So in order to that, what I will be doing, I will be using this for time being. Okay, let me check whether this is the correct element or not. So these type of the challenges we will be facing in the real time in multiple scenarios. Okay, let me try to run this. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to maximize this first. Opening the application, then I want to maximize, because sometimes what will happen when we are not maximizing the window properly, the element won't interact because element is not visible. It will be hidden. That is the purpose. We need to maximize the window. Looks like it is not working. Okay, let me check with some other application tomorrow. Okay, for our class purpose, still the element is not interactable. Okay, I will take some other URL or some other application in order to do the program. Okay, yeah, unless otherwise we need to waste the time. Okay, with this application. Any doubt? But basically, the checkbox we need to use is select concept, or yes, is select concept only purpose for the checkbox. Is enabled and is disabled is to validate whether the element is displayed over in the UI, and the element which is enabled or disabled over in the UI or not. Okay, these three methods only returning the Boolean character, either it is a true or false. Okay. Any doubts so far? Try to do some.
Sorry,
Sorry, Avinia.
Yeah, actually, these kind of scenarios where the code is not combined in the backend, JavaScript. So this should be reported as bug in real time, right? When we are working on this environment.
No, we cannot able to say that, because we need to identify which which element is, because there will be a some element will be combining in the JavaScript. Okay, so that we need to identify, because we have taken the element incorrectly. We cannot say that is a bug. Okay, they have some purposes in order to the element to be shown in the UI. For some purpose, they have created this. Okay, we need to spend on this page some time, understand. See, here we have a field set. We have a field set tag.
Okay.
So this field set, this drop down, we have a multiple tags. We have a multiple tags until here. In this, any one of the tag will be interacting. That I am for sure. Okay. But I have shown, right? These are all field set. If it is all field set and you can see all the values are same. If it is same, then all the field set should be created in similar way. See here, it is created in the div tag. It is created having some span tag and it having some div tag. So which means that it having some confusion. We need to spend some more time. Which element is to be interactable and which is combined with the source, that we need to identify. Each tag we need to create the element and we need to interact. We cannot say this as a bug.
All right. So we need to figure out a way to interact with this element.
Yes, in order to wasting the time. So I am suggesting that, because we are learning, right? We are not doing the automation for the company. So in order to wasting the time, I will be going with some better application. We can do the demo with that.
Okay, now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. If you have no doubt, I'll be taking the attendance. Give me a minute. Yesterday, the attendance are not captured over in the web page. Any new joiners? Not able to figure out who are all joined newly, because there are multiple persons are there over in the class. Okay, because why I'm asking means, if anyone is there, if you have any doubt on the previous section, go with the recordings and let me know if you have any doubt. Okay, that is the only purpose I'm looking for. Okay, have a nice day. We'll catch up on Monday. Okay.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.